After the simple and multilinear regression, we have a logistic regression. And for performing logistic regression, I have opened a file named bank.csv that is having age, and according to that bank account, that is a person of age 20 having a bank account or not, represented with zeros and 1. So we have imported the libraries pandas as pd and matplotlib pyplot as plt. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot a scatter plot for all the observations we have. Has plotted a scatter plot, and to remove this particular line of matplotlib.collections, you have to simply write like this, plt.show. So it will remove this particular header like this. Here you can see that there's no change in the plot, but it has removed the upper line. Next, what we need to do is, now we need to train and test the data. For that we have to split the data, and then we will perform the logistic regression. So for that, firstly we have to write like this, from sklearn dot model selection import test train data, that is train and test split. Next, you have to write the xtrain, xtest, ytrain and ytest, and then you have to split on the basis of it. So I'm splitting like this, age and the bank account. So you have to write like this, xtrain comma xtest ytrain comma ytest equals to train test split, and we are splitting df as age, and next we are splitting df dot bank account. And here I am giving the train size also. And the train size is equals to 0.8. That means 80% of data I am using for training and rest I will be using for testing. So now I am going to print xtest So this is the data which is for testing. Next, what we need to do, from sklearn linear model we need to import logistic regression. So we write like this, just like we used to write for linear regression also, like sklearn dot linear model import logistic regression, and then we need to name a model equals to logistic regression. And then what we have to do this, we have to fit the model, we have to train the model. So for that we have to write like this, model dot fit, and what we are fitting the xtrain and the ytrain. So you can see here, this is the logistic regression and all the state has been shown, the ratio and the max iteration and everything. And next we need to check the xtest again. So this is the testing data which we have, and earlier also it was same. So this has been fit to the machine, predicted to the machine. Next we need to create another variable named yPredicted, and in that we will have model dot predict xtest. And now we're going to use this X test data to predict it. So we'll write like this: model dot predict from, and then we are going to write X test. So here you can see that it has predicted the values of the X test data which we have given. Similarly, we can print the score also of the particular model. So for that we have to write like this: model dot score of X test, comma, Y test. So this is the score of the model. Next we can check Y predicted also. So this is the Y predicted array that is being displayed. And next, if we want to check the coefficient, then we can write like this: model dot coefficient. So this is the coefficient of the model. Similarly, we can check for the intercept also. This is the intercept of the model. This is all about the logistic regression, in which we use the linear regression, and from that we import logistic regression for training and testing data sets giving to the model, and then we can predict the score, the coefficient, and the intercept. For more example of logistic regression, we will look into upcoming videos.